One of the most necessary skills on guitar and guitar improvisation is the art of visualization. All right, visualizing what you want to do, when you want to do it, is key to being free on this instrument. And knowing your ingredients and being able to conjure them up at any time is what it is all about. And how do you practice visualization? Well, the answer is the simplest way possible. And today we're going to use one of my favorite songs to emphasize how you can practice your visualization. The song today is going to be New Speedway Boogie by the Grateful Dead. If you don't know it, give it a listen, specifically 6/1791. That's available on all formats. Great version, full of energy. I love that version. You can hear every instrument. And if you do or don't know the song is pretty much a shuffle with an E chord or an E7. Both chords kind of happening at the same time. And I feel like I have a hair on my nose somewhere. And to use these pieces and to visualize these pieces as they occur to this backing track is going to make you one heck of a guitar player. All right, so let's just get started. All right, here's the shuffle. I made a loop. I want to show you the shuffle. Here it is. It's just a simple groove, right? So let's talk about what's happening, all right? And again, this is about you learning how to visualize chords and scales. So, all right, it's an E chord. You got Phil playing E, bass lines. You got the keyboards pretty much playing pieces of, I really feel like I have a hair, pieces of E chords and E7 chords. That's all that's really happening. The drums got that shuffle, and you have the song New Speedway Boogie. But it is what Bob Weir and Jerry Garcia are doing that you're going to do and teach you how to visualize. So let's look at Bob Weir's part. On top of this structure of the chords and rhythm, we have Bob Weir who's playing pieces of E chords and E7 chords. And knowing that that is the only ingredient he's playing should give you some assurance, like, okay, if that's what he's doing, if I can play those, it's going to sound good. And it is. So I know all my E chords and E7 chords. I know the Cage chord system. I know how it connects from here to here. I'm going to show you. If you want to see these in action, there's a chart specifically for this lesson to show you all those chords, but you can also check out my Cage Guitar I'm Playin playlist. You can also look at Patreon, blah, blah, blah. So here's all my E chords. Here's the E-shaped E chord, D-shaped E chord, C-shaped E chord, A-shaped E chord, G-shaped E chord, back to the E-shaped, E7, same thing, E7, 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 there. And so Bob Weir sees these things. I see these things. Hopefully you see these things. But what's happening is while he's playing one, and he has the urge to change to another, he doesn't come off the guitar. He doesn't come off the guitar and go, okay, where do I go? He sees with his eyes this E7 chord. And before he moves, he confirms, okay, I know exactly where that is. And he plays that. Or he's here, and he wants to play the one on the 9th fret. All right? The art here is knowing those ingredients back and forth, just like I did, all right? Again, the chart will have it, Patreon practice sessions will have it, however you want to do it. And you don't want to come off the guitar until you see your goal. So check it out when I put, I'm going to flip my toggle and I play the backing track, and all I'm going to do here is just play E7 chords on top of the shuffle, and we have half the picture ready. So, I can sit and do it all day. I just love that groove. I love the song. Love the lyrics. Love everything about it. And so, to sit with the Grateful Dead on 6/17/91, or another band, or this backing track, and visualize before you move to those chords is going to make you a great guitar player, because that is something you need to have either when you're playing chords or when you're soloing. You don't want to come off the guitar and go, where do I go now? You don't want to do that. We want to move and go, or you don't have to like link everything, right? So being able to visualize. Let's move to Jerry, all right? Jerry's part. I love what Jerry does in this song. He really keeps it simple, but man, is he good. All right, so what does Jerry do? Jerry, of course, is playing, during the vocals, he's playing the shuffle. Right, but in between some of the vocals, he's putting in some E minor pentatonics and E7 chord tones. So we already talked about E7 chord tones, and the best part is you can't put too much E7 on top of the E7. You can't. It's like putting too much chocolate on a chocolate cake. You can't do it. So no matter what you do, it's going to sound good. That's why you want to use this song, because the ingredients are simple. All right, so I can see all my E minor pentatonics on here. I can see the E minor shape. This guy, all of them. I don't want to bore you. You know, I know them all, and so on. The chart will have that if you want to just specifically sit with E7 chords, E chords, and E minor pentatonics. But I know how to find them. I use my Cage chord system. The video should be popping up here, you know, referencing which videos on my channel will help you learn these things. But when I'm playing like little Jerry fills, I'm not going to play a fill and then move and go, you know, oh, where do I go? I'm going to go, okay, I want to go from the form 1 here to the form 4 here, okay. Maybe the form 2. You know, you want to be able to visualize before you move. All right, so all I'm going to do here, I'm not going to get Jerry right away, but just, you know, shop around on your E minor pentatonics. Don't move before you lock it in mentally. So you get the point. Don't move until you see it. All right, now, if you want to get into a little bit of Jerryisms, if you're a Grateful Dead fan, the idea here, Jerry really loves like chromatic stuff. What he'll do, well, before we get to chromatics, he sees this specifically, when you listen to the song, this E7 chord. This is the D7 shaped E7. All right, this is 16, 15, 16. The root note is here. It has this little diamond. And he connects these two notes chromatically, and you'll hear him do stuff like this. Like that, okay? A little thing with the... All right? Another thing he does, which if you listen to it, you'll hear it, and he does this in all of his playing, and this is a little bit of interval stuff now, but this still visualization. He takes the 5 to the major third, chromatically. Just there. Right? Being able to see that stuff. Oh, not like that. Where was I? The 5, sorry. There it is. There. See, I have to work on that one. Alright, so if you want to throw the stuff in, don't do it until you can see it. The idea here, I know I'm going too fast, I know I'm very excited about this, but the idea here is whatever you're doing on guitar, you don't learn it in real time. The way you learn it in real time is by visualizing it first, whatever you're doing, and then moving there. That is how you save mental processing time. Come check out the Patreon practice sessions. Get the chart if you want to support the channel and you just need a little visual kicker to help you out with this. I'll stop talking. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.